Alright guys, just wanted to do a quick video here on the 2015 Suburban. This was a car that I had rented for a family trip, and so just kind of wanted to go through some of the inner workings and show you how the technology works. As you see on the keychain remote, we can open the trunk from there. We've got 4 buttons in the back. These actually give you the ability to drop the seats very easily. Take them down, bring them up. Now you actually have control for all 4 rear seats from that point. You can see here you can make many configurations with the car. This was very helpful for my family of 5. This gave us some extra space, car seat, baby carrier, and then my oldest didn't really need one. He could sit right in the seat. But once these center chairs are up, they cannot electronically come back down. You just put them back down by hand. Do right now. Rear climate control for the back passengers there. You can also control the rear climate from the front, but I'll show you when I'm sitting up there. One thing I could not find a whole lot of when I was looking at the reviews on the Suburban was the actual operation of all the technology in it. Because there is quite a bit. Now if you've had a Chevy before, I guess you'll probably be used to this, but I'll have to admit I haven't bought domestic in a long time, so learning a Chevy was a little bit new for me. So I'm going to get in and show you the operation of some of the technical features. Alright, so from within the car, it's a push button to start. Put your foot on the brake, push the button. Car starts. Now you will have to have the remote on you. I imagine if the remote is too far off, it does not start. Otherwise that would kind of be pointless. Alright, so start off with the on-screen cluster here. Speedometer, oil pressure gauge, fuel gauge, water temperature, battery, and your tach. This guy can be a little tricky. You get a lot of information off this display panel. So to access it, you see there's a arrow on the right here. Now this display corresponds with this navigation, or these buttons, this console here. So to access the menu, you hit the left key. You notice this pops up. Alright, from here you can scroll through your information settings, your audio, which gives you information on your radio, your phone, navigation, or just your general settings for the HUD. Alright, I've found I kept most of this on info, and as long as you're on info, then it'll scroll through your fuel mileage remaining, your oil life, tire pressure, fuel economy, all that sort of stuff. And then it also has a digital speedometer for you as well. Trip A, Trip B, and back to fuel range. Now if I flip over to audio, you notice that the heads-up display changes to give me information that kind of mirrors more what I have on my actual radio. Your song selection, as well as your different types of medium. Alright, so you can see and you can play with that once you know what it is. You scroll through, you can check your routes. I don't have any routes entered for navigation wise, but as long as you see these arrows on the side, if you hit right or left, you can pull up those screens. Okay, and then just kind of play with that, because you gotta kind of learn how that works. There's a lot to it. I say a lot, but yeah. Alright, so your climate control, these are buttons. This all pertains to your radio. This pertains to your climate control. It's dual climate control, driver side, passenger side, and then this is rear climate control. This mirrors the control that they have in the back here. I don't know if you can see it from here. So you can control rear climate control, shut it down, turn the fan down, etc. Now, with the radio features, first off, I'll show you, they've got USB ports all over the place. You can raise the center console, and in there, I don't know if you have enough light, but you see a USB port. I did not use that, but I'm going to assume that that USB port ties into the radio, so that you can actually play music off a USB stick, etc., like most other cars would have. So it's also a little extra storage compartment, but that is hidden behind the radio. Now, to access different media, hit the media button. It says no media available. Now you notice it's asking me to pair a device. This is for your Bluetooth setup. If you hit pair, it'll say, okay, start Bluetooth pairing on the handheld device. So what that basically means is now on your phone, which I'm recording on my phone, so I can't show you that, you can actually scan for wireless Bluetooth devices at this time, and it'll actually, it's pretty self-explanatory. Once you do your scan, you'll see something that says Chevrolet MyLink, at least for this vehicle. You'll hit OK, and then it will pair to the car. Once it's paired, then you can just basically play any audio off your phone, would be from a movie or music, straight to the car. I'm going to cancel since I won't be able to pair anything right now. Now, outside of that, you got your radio button just to go back to the radio. Media will scan between your Bluetooth, your auxiliary, and your auxiliary port. Again, auxiliary port is right here. It's this guy right there. That's if you want to just plug in a stereo headphone cable, plug in right there, and that'll get you straight there. So when you go to media, it'll toggle between USB, auxiliary, or your Bluetooth devices. Now, one thing that I haven't tried that I found down here was this slot. This looks like a SD card slot to me. If it is, I have to assume that that's a way to either get pictures or music to your radio as well, seeing as how this corresponds to the radio and this is radio as well. With all these devices right here, you've got 2 more USB ports. Those could be radio access as well. Not sure. I didn't bring a USB stick to try it. I just Bluetooth from my phone. It's always the easiest for me. So a bunch of devices here that could be tapped to the radio. If nothing else, at least you got your USB power off of here. So 2 USB ports, SD card slot, and stereo headphone plug, plus just a wealth of storage right there in the center console. Alright, this one's just cup holders, great. 2 USB slots right here, and a cigarette lighter plug. Now, in addition to that, also another cigarette lighter plug in the back for the rear passengers. So that's convenient to use. Nothing on the passenger side, only on the driver's side rear. Beyond that, you have a 120 volt AC plug for the center passengers, and then another cigarette lighter plug. And again, here's the rear climate control that's a little easier accessible. So overall, a lot of technology packed in. You see OnStar there on the rearview mirror. This particular one had a sunroof and a moonroof with a lot of technology. One thing I like is the LED lighting that they had in the car. That's really cool, as well as the overhead air conditioning. Really nice. It's really a slick car, well put together. Speakers or air in the seats. Sorry, yes, that is one thing I missed. You actually have air conditioning in the seats. You push the button once, gives you full blast air conditioning out of the seat, and as you push it, it slowly decreases until it turns off. So a lot of slick technology. Like the car. It's a good drive. Enjoyed it. So I hope that sheds a little light on how to operate some of the features of the Suburban.